Welcome to the Academies at Jonesboro High School Commencement Ceremony celebrating our graduating class of 2023. For the enjoyment of all of our guests, all noise-making devices, such as cowbells and air horns, are prohibited. Today is our opportunity to celebrate the hard work it took every senior to reach this milestone. We ask that you remain polite during the speeches and the reading of names so every graduate can enjoy this special memory. For the safety of our students, guests are not allowed on the field or the track. To reach the visitors' bleachers, use the sidewalk outside of the track in the east end zone.
Right there. Good morning. Thank you to everyone in attendance today. At this time, we ask that you rise as we honor the graduating class of 2023. Mr. Warner, let the processional begin. Everyone may be seated. Thank you, Mr. Warner. At this time, the members of the JHS Band, under the direction of Mr. Grant Harbison, will perform the Battle Hymn of the Republic. Thank you, Mr. Harbison and the members of the JHS band. I am Dr. Brad Falk, Executive Principal of the Academies of Jonesboro High School. It is my distinct honor and pleasure to welcome the Jonesboro Public Schools School Board, our hardworking superintendents, dedicated faculty and staff, friends and families of JHS, but most of all today, our senior class of 2023. I'd like to say a special thank you to Hillary Hanshaw of Huey's Nursery, Landscaping, and Fine Gifts for the beautiful stage decorations here before us. Thank you, Hillary. This is truly a momentous occasion and an exciting one, but your attention should always be on our seniors. It is their day, so I ask you, the audience, to remain quiet and respectful throughout the ceremony and give these seniors the respect they deserve. Limit your distractions so you can all enjoy the event. Thank you. Thank you, seniors, for an amazing year. I've been fortunate to know many of you for years, a lot of you 6. You are an outstanding class, and I will always be thankful to have been part of your education. I look forward to celebrating your future successes. Graduates, always remember, you are a Jonesboro Hurricane no matter where you are in life. Today, tomorrow, and as long as you have breath in your lungs, a Jonesboro Hurricane you will be. At this time, I'd like to turn the podium over to our Jonesboro Public School Superintendent, Dr. Kim Wilbanks.
Good morning. Thank you for being a part of our graduation ceremonies today. It's my pleasure to introduce our distinguished guest at the front of the area today. On the platform, Mr. Chris Harrell, President of the Jonesboro Board of Directors. To my left, you can save your applause to the end. To my left, Dr. William Cheatham, Assistant Superintendent for Student Services, and Ms. Misty Doyle, Assistant Superintendent for Curriculum and Instruction. Other members of the Jonesboro Board, Dr. Charles Coleman, Vice President, Mr. Joe Shepard, Secretary and ASB Region 3 Director, Mr. Tim Stewart, Ms. Ashley Givens, Mr. Bryce Cook, Mr. Justin Parkey. Thank you to our school board members for their service to the district. I would now like to welcome to the podium our JHS Student Council Executive President, Ms. Georgia Gwynn, as she comes to the class to address our graduating seniors.
Good morning, school board members, central office administrators, family, friends, guests, and fellow seniors, and welcome to the class of 2023 graduation ceremony. When I started brainstorming what I wanted to say in this speech a while ago, I was a nervous wreck. Not to say I'm not one right now, but I had no idea which direction I wanted to go. Did I want to be inspirational, sentimental, or just keep it short? When I was at a complete loss, I turned to the advice of my friends. From this search, I got 2 things. 1 being to make it relatable. Seems easy enough. And 2 being to not just make it the thank you tour. Now, while I wholeheartedly agree with these standards, I couldn't resist showing my gratitude to some teachers and things Jonesboro High School has not only instilled in me, but all of us sitting here today. I want to take a moment to thank some of the role models that have made a lasting impact on myself and the rest of the student body. Mr. Newman's genuine belief in each and every one of his students is truly inspiring, as I know he would stop at nothing to make sure that every single one of us succeeds. Miss LeClaire, though I know I'm not just speaking for myself when I say I was initially terrified of her, has pushed all of us to be the best versions of ourselves academically. And not only that, she serves as a living display of where diligent, hard work can take us. I'm endlessly thankful for Ms. Holmes' belief in the power of arts and music. And finally, Ms. LeCount, for creating a space in which every student could thrive and for making school something to look forward to again. Now, while I don't have enough time to brag about the rest of our amazing teachers, the ones aforementioned help represent the ideals instilled in us by all of the staff at JHS. I don't know another school I would have rather gone to grow up in and graduate from. Being at JHS has given me so many memories I'll never forget, as well as growth and wisdom that will be a part of me the rest of my life. I will say, however, the most valuable lessons I've learned are from my failures, which is sort of the main point I have today. One day, all of our failures, our hardships, our burnouts we never thought we'd get through will turn into successes. We've made it through some extremely difficult years. And while I do believe that we're products of our environment, I also know that each and every one of you has the capability to grow through what you've been through. I found a quote on this idea that really stuck with me that said, "Do you have the guts to fail? If you're not failing, you're not even trying. To get something you never had, you have to do something you never did." And I believe that all of us are here today because we did just that. You know, growing up, we kind of get this preconceived notion of what we think high school is really going to be like. Now, I think we can all agree that these past 3 years have been nothing like what our younger selves imagined. But I'm very thankful for that. I wouldn't trade these past 3 years for another experience. I wouldn't trade the failures, the hardships, the times we never thought we'd push through, because those things are the exact reasons that we're the people we are today. People that I could not be more proud to graduate with. So with that being said, thank you, class of 2023, for the past 3 years, and congratulations.
Thank you, Georgia Gwen. And now I would like to welcome to the podium the JHS Salutatorian, Webb Storer, as he comes to address the graduating class and our audience members.
Hi guys, just before I start, I want to thank my family, my friends, all my teachers, a couple friends specifically, Paul, Clara, Bennett. All of y'all have helped me get through high school at a much better rate than like I would have done without y'all, and I'm so thankful for all of you. Okay, after watching Talladega Nights growing up, one quote always stuck with me. "If you ain't first, you're last." And I'm sure some of you have heard me say this over the years, and it's something I say all the time. And now I'm standing here in last place. But honestly, as I've grown up, the experience of connecting with people and not necessarily being first has been the most influential part of my education here at JHS. First, I have to talk about my connection with Miss Tucker and the debate class. If you notice that I'm not stumbling through this speech right now, that is entirely her doing. You can ask about my speeches in 10th grade. They were pretty bad. My connection with her, my teammates, and other competitors has had the double effect of making myself a better competitor while allowing me to connect with others and has made me happier. This has ultimately allowed me to focus on my education and actively participate in the classroom much more than I would have prior to being in debate. Additionally, and just as influential, Ms. Tanner's class during my junior year gave me my first real connection to the classroom setting. And it's one that I still miss to this day. It helped me develop memory connections that I associate with each piece of artwork we studied in AP Art History, and helping me assist me on the AP exam and facilitating an interest in art that I never knew I had before. Outside of the traditional learning environment, I developed relationships with classmates that helped me find joy in school. I found my girlfriend Clara, Bennett, all of those came from that class, and that's something that I really enjoyed about that class. And finally, this year, Ms. Hamilton's AP Lang class created an environment where we felt close and we all enjoyed being around each other. I learned new things, both academically and socially, from my classmates. When Ms. Hamilton writes her book about our class entitled "Kicking It with Katie," she will have some exciting stories to tell. All three of these show that social interaction is an important part of the education process. Having people somewhere that make you want to be there and learn is sometimes just as important as actually trying to learn. This is emphasized by the Surgeon General when he declared loneliness as an epidemic a couple days ago that is quote unquote just as dangerous as smoking 15 cigarettes a day. All of this is to say, don't lose sight of what matters, connecting with people. Be productive, work hard, and understand that having an effective work-life balance is just as important as any of those things. Connecting, understanding, and working with people is arguably the most essential skill you can have. Please use it. As you go into the world, take advantage and seize any opportunities that you can. But also make time to connect with people around you, make friends, and honestly, just have fun, because this life is short and we have to make the most of it. I'll leave you with a quote from Martin Luther King Jr. where he says, "It really boils down to this, that all life is interrelated. We're all caught in the inescapable network of mutuality, tied into a single garment of destiny. Whatever affects one destiny affects all indirectly." Thank you.
Thank you, Webster. And now I'd like to welcome to the podium our JHS Valedictorian, Clara Baker, as she comes to address our graduating class and our audience members.
Good morning, teachers, family, friends, and the class of 2023. I would like to thank the teachers who have shaped us, the parents who have raised us, and our friends who have stood by our side through everything. I would like to thank the cheer team in particular. I will forever cherish this team who I've spent the majority of my time with for the past 3 years. They introduced me to the school when I first moved here from Florida 3 years ago, and have been with me through everything for the past 3 years. From cheering at 5 state championship basketball games to getting to go to Orlando to compete at nationals with some of my closest friends, it was an honor to have been a captain as I finished up my time on this team. As many of you here have experienced this year, there's one constant gnawing question that everyone asks as soon as you say that you're a graduating senior. The question of, what are your future plans? If you were to ask me this question at any point this year, I would have said that I didn't know. I usually have an idea or a career picked out, but that idea usually only lasts a week or two. I would occasionally consider coming up with some crazy plans, like being a supermodel despite my height of being 5'2", or being an astronaut or a billionaire. I would answer in this way to throw them off or avoid the topic. I so often wanted to change my career that the easiest answer was just to say that I didn't know. I would get mixed feedback from this response. Some people would look at me weirdly, reminding me that I'm a senior in high school and should have it figured out by now. But then there were the other people. The other people would congratulate me for saying that I didn't know. They encouraged me to explore. They encouraged me to not have my mindset on one thing, but rather to try multiple new things until I found what was best for me. They changed my thoughts about college and my future. It allowed me to realize that it's okay to not know, that it was all right to want to go into college and see where life takes you. So I encourage you to not stress about the future or the uncertainty of life, but rather to know that it will all fall into place in the way it's meant to be. I encourage you to stand up for yourself and to be who you truly want to be. Don't let anyone try to tell you what your future should look like, and don't let them stop you from being who you want to be. Knock down the wall separating you from the world, and allow yourself to enter into this world striving to be the best version of yourself that you can be. I encourage you to explore your life and the world around you. My favorite quote is by St. Augustine. He said that the world is a book, and those who do not travel read only one page. This has stuck with me my whole life. Those of you who know me know my love for traveling. I will say yes to going anywhere. Traveling allows you to embrace the unknown. While traveling, you often enter into new cultures and ways of life that you have to adapt to. You enter blindly, full of excitement. I encourage you to embrace travel. Go into the future as if it's just another new place you are visiting, full of hope and ready to embrace the uncertainty and learn to be comfortable with the unknown. I encourage you to take risks and step out of your comfort zone, whether through traveling to a new place, trying something new, or even just talking to one more person than you had planned. By embracing uncertainty, you may discover new passions and opportunities you may never have otherwise. Thank you for an amazing 3 years. Go Canes.
Thank you, Claire Baker. We will now recognize and honor Business Communication Arts and Law Academy with a presentation of their high school diplomas.
Georgia Hart Gwynn. John Webb Storer. Clara Lynette Baker. Channing Avery Wilhite. Serenity Dream Jefferson. Victoria Reese Jumper. Morgan Sarah Webb. Kennedy Rose Spikes. Anna Sims Parker. Sydney Grayson Parker. Isaac William Harrell. Braden Joseph McKinney. William Clayton Glomsky. William Maddox Morrison. Luke Austin Brodell. Lily Faith Owens. Jaden Alyssa Dowdy. Caitlin Ashley Foley. Jasmine Dakota Turner. Jesus Salvador Tovar. Murray Andrew Cooper. Ava Elizabeth Shatley. Caroline Michelle Drake. Elizabeth Rain Myers. J.C. Lynn Darby. Carly Parker Wilson. Rory Cole McDaniel. Harper Barrett Holt. Angel Jonathan Centeno. Joseph Lee Holmes, Charlie Omayet Dominguez, Alejandro Cordero, William Davis Wright, Bennett Edward Hoffman, Olivia Joy Warner Langford, Janari Johan Prince, Mariah Keisha Claiborne, Bennett Elizabeth Young, Harrison Miller Herget, Jenna Lynn Terrell, Thomas Mark Stank, McDermott Rogers Odom, John Calvin Hargis, John David Carter, Lynette Marielle Sid, Lane Garrett Pratt, Greenlee Marie Taylor, Nathan Wayne Sammons, Audrey Victoria White, Catherine Shields Long, Natalie Lauren Drummond, Melody Esmerella Callejas Felipe, Lily Elizabeth Stogsdill, Darius Deshaun Dinwiddie, Talia Tayana McKenzie Allen, Alea Kamaya Jackson, Thomas Allen Heath, Centarius Jeremy Brooks, Jesus Pedraza, Kevin Adrian Felipe, Oscar Cruz Rodriguez, Eva Charlin Smith, Gabrielle Michelle Wallace, Kevin Rodarte, Dalton Lee Nations, Jennifer Yvette Greer, Jazaria Denali Williams, Mario Collier, Kiera Lene Baker, Ariel Alexis Dariana Haskins, Jalasia Danae Thomas, Jayla Shanae Smith, Anaya Michaela Godsey. Sage Moore. Fallon Drew Province. Soclari Rodriguez. Vanessa Guadalupe Portillo Lopez. Emily Felipe. Nathaniel Thomas Bell. Aiden Wesley Orick. Joshua Nehemiah Morris Williams. Curly Jamar Fraction. Carlos Adali Nolasco Garcia. Daniel Neal Millage. Ariana Jane Owens. Jesus Garcia. Nicholas Jacob Badgett. Courtney Marquise Smith, Jr. Kathan Rashad Green. Malia Sashay Gant. Mariah Turner. Alzir McCullum. DeCory's Trayvon Ashcraft. Diamond Jones. Carmen Anaya Payne. DeJuan O'Brien Brown. Kayla Rose Lynn Perkins. Anna Raquel Brown. Kiela Lamaria Hudson. Gina Elizabeth Green. Catherine Elizabeth Hoggard. Michael Anthony Gillespie. Danielle Bernice Gorey. Harrison Houston Teague. Jordan Neal Young. Kaylee Grace Gamble. Kalea Liana J. Dixon. Edward Antonio McKay. Dion Dante Buford. Martarius Marshawn Alexander. Prince Jason Cortez Jones. Sierra Sinead Rattler. Marshall Smith. Janiyah Alishay Pearson. Juan Jose Velasquez.
We will now recognize and honor Science, Technology, Engineering, and Mathematics Academy with a presentation of their high school diplomas.
Andrew Parker Pulliam. Susanna McClure Mitchell. Mia Elizabeth Rouse. William Robert Thayer. Lindsay Kate Osment. Isabella Catherine Williams. Andrew Grant Bartels. Sydney Jane Henson. Jacob Nicholas Arroyo. Peyton Hawk Stapleton. Allison Leanne Coons. Meredith Brooke Stanley. Ethan Riley Raymer. Lexi Faith Fielder. Olivia Marie Locke. Molly Ann Stahl. Paul Fisher McElhannon. Elena Cancellati. Rowan McDonald Pringle. Maria Amber Raja. Dillinger Joseph Carr. Darla Sophia Etheridge. Braxton O'Neill Ray Banks. Ayman Hassan Al-Casey. Oscar Beltran. Anasia Samara Allgood. Logan Kate Hemphill. Cooper Lee Cook. Camden Cole Burmister. Matthew Charles Keeter. Jackson Slade Varner Dorton. Chandler Chadwick Elder. Dawson Dakota Foster. Allison Renee Jackson. Ricardo Jamal Dorsey. Tayshawn Deterio Jones. Travis Anthony Neal. Malachi Smith. Delano Gregory Couch. LaChrista McCole Shannon. Tyra Janae Allison. Jalen Davis. Ramel Antron Hunt. Alasia Renee Rounds. Marlencia Sierra Bland. Camilla Lachey Means. Shaylee Ann Orr. Brooklyn Monier Diamond Angel Moore. Kadarian O'Shea Bowman. Devarius Montrell Montgomery. Kylan Tyree Kelly. Frederick Dwayne Giles. Omarion McFadden. Terry Ray Scott. Garyon Mackay Banks. Demetric Tyrell Rogers. Avrion Marquise Sanders. Jacqueline Keyshawn Morris. Avion Devontae Robinson. Jamari Lewis Blankenship. Gabriel Alonzo Mata. Gildardo Rodriguez. Daniel Afonso Munoz. Andre Bernard Hill. Dalen Dwayne Robinson. Designee Jernela Jones. Adrian Keyshawn Johnson. Nikhil Lewis. Kendall Morris. Kia Riley. Tatiana Aaliyah McCullough. Travion Rodell Scott. Gage Landon Renfro. Donald James Leon Fitzgerald. Gustavo Rodriguez Garcia. Taylor Lachey Spriggs. Travion Martez Lamar Tyler. Alex Lee Clevidence. Jared Carmona. Jose Javier Viava. Diego Garcia. Tiffany Diane Rodriguez. James Earl Tobar. Corey Keyshawn Todd. Landon Jackson Bruden. Andrew Elijah Wayne Stewart. Dylan Gene Davis. Christian Paul Carter. Brian Tyrone Matthews. Shermaya Mashal Pai. Maya Michelle Cody. Alexia Ruiz. Alea Marie Quarles. Kenny Quarles. Steve Allen Searcy. Landon Bryce Crow. Nathaniel Joel Stevens. Dylan Eugene Combs. Markevion Williams. Bryson Deshaun Garner. Ty Xavier Spicer. Keyshawn Jamal Smith. Dylan Wayne Gold. Mills Ryan Arnold. Brandon Charles Thomas Clark. Amarian Deshaun Walters. Gabriella Alleman. Jerkavion Clark. Tyler J. Dean. Levi Lane Grissom. Jacob Jordan William Crowder. Ethan Gale Simpson. Keegan Lee Davis. Angel Damian Martinez Ortiz. Eduardo Dylan Munoz Rodriguez. Yohamo Garay Ayala. Reagan Claire Smith. Don Edward Barber. Brian Israel Martinez. Connor Stephen Rogers. James Blair. Scott Christopher Williams. Bali Harris. Robert Deshaun Selvey. Marzavion Antron Stephen Avila. Zane Malik Mitchell. Prezel Antoine McCullough. Zaniel Ruffins. Joshua Derek Lee. Talasia Whitney Rucker. Amari Catrice Reed. Brian Felipe. Harlow Rose Harris.
We will now recognize and honor our Health and Human Services Academy with a presentation of their high school diplomas.
Tylen Catherine Bennett. Maya Lee Fulkerson. Chloe Leanne Troxel. Hannah K. Henson. Emma Catherine Fletcher. Riley Marie Hopkins. Jakaya Katrie Brown. Kira Sinai Lewis. Kadrin Ariana Latrice Taylor. Marquise Javon Richardson. Brock Marshawn McCoy. Carla Sofia Gomez. Yahara Alvarado. Yvonne Russelli Munoz. Maisha Tristan LaQuinta Taylor. Juan Andres Garza. Madeline Sierra Johnson. Abril De La Rosa. Jimena Garcia. Catherine Rosales. Valeria Lopez. Ana E. Garcia Valdez. Zane Wren Oliver Jones. Evan Asher Bowen. Connor Wainwright Dow. Kira Alexandra Rich. Noah Gray Bryant. Guadalupe Beatrix Guerrero. Natalie Grace Renshaw. Kaya Jaden Jones. Alia Grace Little. Allison Nancy Williams. Catherine Elise Davison. Caitlin Alexandra Dutton. Lily Sterling Williams. Preston Jennifer Jennings. Sarah Beth Stahl. Rachel Victoria Lau. Amelia Caroline Coleman. Cabriana Robin Farrell. Riley Gardner Hinfling. Amari Shania James. Jordan Renee Brown. Jakara Tariel Mosley. Yasmin Waleed Talib. Kamaria Janae Davis. Elena Laquita Lee Green. Kajoria Latrice Williams. Madison Christy Ann Jenkins. Desiree Alexis Oliveris. Tamika Nakia Nicole Dodson. Brittany Michelle Williams. Malia Ariane Walker. Aquaria Quinice Adams. Sarah Gabrielle Hubbard. Philip Wayne Tillman. Ramaya Marie Johnson. Brittany Lachey Knowlton. Kennedy Nicole Harris. Jakira Martasia Hudson. Mackenzie Janae Nicole Davis. Michaela Danielle Milan. Daisy Lorena Morales. Aaliyah Jaslyn Garza. Amaya Zanae Wilkins. Premier Unique Wagner. Kaya Lee Malone. Joshira Denise Amerson. Deja Deanna Moore. Jennifer Abigail Flores. Brianna Jeanette Pacheco. Lily Faith Watkins. Tashana Simone Randall. Andre Terrell Mitchell. Rebecca Lynn Ritchie. Lacey Elizabeth Fletcher. Emma Marie Danielle Richardson. Destiny Samaya Soleil Brighter. Kiara Shanice Michelle Miller. Meredith McKenna Robinson London. Shakira Lee Pugh. Terry Jamarion Ross. Satali Tenahero Camacho. Ariel Kiera Lachey Nixon. Kaylin Alana White. Brooke Abigail Hillis. Shania Lachey Simmons. Berntarius Zykendrick Moore. Deanna Salas. Sarah Carolina Velasco. Dominique Garcia. Cecilia Salazar. Kiriana Kali Tucker. Meadowlee Carol Coomer. Gregory Thomas Vanderbilt. Logan Lee Simpson. Shamarie Sherrod. Jonathan Lincoln Tierce. Jonathan Ramirez. Natalia Lachey Prunty. Jasmine LaDaisy Jane Martin Gillespie. Caitlin Holland. Jaden Amara Handley. Nakaya Elise Sharkey. Moshara Michelle Lee Finley. Tierra Tashe Sanders. Stakaya Lachey Jones. Sakaja Robinson Gladney. Ashari Cherie Thompson. Ramaya Sinai Nunley. Gerardo Luis Kiel Gonzalez. Julius Albert Mendoza Gonzalez. Dylan Lafayette Adams. Gavin Peyton Whitlow. Zoria Priscilla Akins. Jacoby Lemire Nico Prunty. Jaden Deontay Hightower. Tariel Eugene Taylor Pearson. Motravius Lee Finley. Andre Montez Harvey. Brandon Deshaun Ward. China Corshell Young. Zakaya Abriana Gonzalez. Dominique Emilion Reynolds. Jasma Lachey Hooks. Anaya Deshay Dinwiddie. Kata Alon Vincent. Gabriela Alejandra Kraus. Bryce Timothy Kerr. Caitlin McKenzie Porter Jackson. Kaylon Diana Matney. Madison Faye Russell. Tyler Omarion Swopes. Ajalia Trinice Faith Mallory. Jakaya Lamisha Prunty. Tatiana Marie Wash. Quintarius Jervon Harris. Jamarion Clark. Sydney Beasley. Leah Jewel Flora Yvette Bowers.
All you. Come on, go back your way.
On behalf of the Jonesboro Public Schools faculty, staff, and Board of Education, we congratulate you, the class of 23. I want to thank you for sharing your journey with me. I remember many of you walking into the Jonesboro Kindergarten Center. I remember your parents waiting in line so that you can get into the magnet of your choice. I remember watching you in junior high. I remember watching all of your activities at Jonesboro High School, and I've loved every minute of seeing you grow into the remarkable young adults you are today. Like every class, the esteemed class of 2023 has some amazing stories to tell, some outstanding accomplishments, and numerous students worthy of individual recognition. But today, we focus on the collective accomplishments of this talented group of young people. So when I name something and that's you, wave your hand, okay? Today we recognize students who have received over $7.4 million in scholarship offers. Who are you? 127 honor graduates, 11 students who scored above 30 on the ACT, 61 students who graduate with a 4.0 or higher, 2 National Merit Scholars, 9 Arkansas Governor's Scholars, 1 Reagan Leadership Medal winner, 9 student athletes who have signed to play college sports, 69 Arkansas Scholars, 105 AP Scholars. As many of you know, I love to win, and win you have done. Even though we moved up into the largest classification in the state, you are recognized with 2 gold medals, 2 silver medals, and 1 bronze medal in Skills USA competition, 2 students who were all-state choir members, 30 all-state band members, with 2 receiving first chair, conference and state championships in both basketball and tennis, and other recognitions for students who will represent Jonesboro High School in national competitions this summer. In closing, I say to each and every adult who has poured into these graduates, thank you for entrusting the education of your students to the Jonesboro School District. So to the class of 2023, I charge you to go into the world and use your many talents and strengths to make a difference. And remember, once a hurricane, always a hurricane. At this time, I would like to invite everyone that is able to stand for the singing of our alma mater. The JHS alma mater will be performed by the JHS band and the chamber chorale. To the class of 2023, acting on the recommendation of the faculties concerned and by virtue of authority vested in me by the Jonesboro Public School Board, I hereby confirm upon you the degree of Jonesboro High School graduate and with all of its rights, honors, and responsibilities. To signify your graduation, please move your tassel from the right to the left. Congratulations, Mr. Harbison. One last fight song for the class of 2023.
Thank you, and this concludes our graduation. Parents, we ask that you stay off the turf as we exit the field, but thank you and have a wonderful weekend.